April 25th is commemorated as ANZAC Day in Australia and New Zealand. ANZAC stands for the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, and while the day is officially a day of commemoration for everyone who served in every conflict, a lot of people remember it specifically as April 25th was the date of the first landing in Gallipoli in World War I. Standing at the grave of Jacka, he was the first Australian awarded the Victoria Cross, the highest military honour in the British Empire, for gallantry. That was for his actions in Gallipoli. Jacka survived Gallipoli and went on to serve in Europe in the Somme. He was awarded the Military Cross twice for his actions on the Somme, and he came back to St Kilda where he became mayor. Like a lot of soldiers around the world, he suffered multiple injuries while serving, and he never fully recovered from those injuries, and he died before his 40th birthday. While commemoration of service is always important, it's also important not to get caught up in legends and myths around these conflicts. Gallipoli, for example, was a politically motivated invasion of another country on the other side of the world. It wasn't a defence of Australia or the Australian way of life. It was part of being the British Empire. It was a complete military failure. It was a disaster, in fact, and most of the veterans at the time did not want people to focus on the Gallipoli campaign. They would have preferred focus on Europe, where they served with distinction, and they were victorious at the end. One of the unique parts of the Gallipoli remembrance is it's one of the few conflicts where the opponents actually have their commemoration ceremonies together. Turks will march in the Australian ANZAC parades, and there are major commemoration services on Turkish soil at the Gallipoli site. The fact is, as horrible as the conflict was, it's become a major part of how the two countries see themselves in their modern identity. Modern Turkey really came out of the leadership of Ataturk, who led the Turkish forces and later went on to lead Turkey and really bring it into the modern age. And the Australian identity for a long time has been tied up in the ideas of service and mateship that came out of the ANZAC legend. While it would be a great world if we found senses of ourselves without the deaths of thousands of young men, it seems to be the world we're stuck with. And the words of Ataturk are as good as any to close on.
Those heroes that shed their blood and lost their lives. You are now living in the soil of a friendly country, therefore rest in peace. There is no difference between the Johnnies and the Mehmets to us where they lie side by side here in this country of ours. You, the mothers who sent your sons from faraway countries, wipe away your tears. Your sons are now living in our bosom and are in peace. And having lost their lives on this land, they've become our sons as well.